I started DJing, man, when I was coming up in Atlanta, you know, in my hood, everybody was rapping, you know what I'm saying? Like rapping or beating on the table in the cafeteria or what have you. And I just couldn't find my place in that, but I love music, you know what I'm saying? I would watch Yo! MTV Raps every day, and I just loved the whole culture, whether it was down south music, East Coast music, West Coast music, whatever it may be. I ran into an actual live DJ and saw a DJ DJing in the park, and I just thought it was so powerful, you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll play music, they'll be like, everybody put your hands up, everybody put their hands up, you know what I'm saying? All the ladies scream, all the ladies scream. So.
Question real quick, man, if you came with your best motherfucking friend, make some noise right now. If that motherfucker you came with, you ride for, you die for, that's your motherfucking dog, make some noise right now.
So I'm like, man, that seemed like more powerful than rapping or being on the table to me. So I instantly kind of just fell in love with the whole culture of it. You know what I'm saying? I saved up like all my lunch money and got my first turntable, which eventually turned into a pair of turntables. And then I would spend all my money, period, on, at the time, vinyl records. You know what I'm saying? Going to Earwax in Atlanta and different spots, just buying vinyl, and it just became a hobby, like a bedroom hobby, you know what I'm saying? It was just something I just did instead of playing video games or whatever the case may be. That's just what I did. I was DJing, you know what I mean? Man, I think that I've learned, and any DJ learns, that you can't really just play for yourself, but you have to obviously play music that you enjoy as well, you know what I'm saying? So every record that I play, obviously, I might not be wild about, but if I'm making the people happy, you know what I'm saying, then it makes me happy. So I say my style really caters to the people, you know what I'm saying? You know, obviously, primarily first, I'm a hip-hop DJ. That's what I came up doing. But I can spin R&B, reggae. I can do house if need be. I can do old school. I can do top 40 fist pump if need be. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of fell in love more with the art of just DJing and people's reaction rather than just confining myself to one genre of music. So a people's DJ, you know what I'm saying, whether it be radio, club tours, mixtapes, whatever the case is, I just kind of always try to have the ear that the people have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm the realest, you can ask your BM, shorty, I'm the aka the BM, what up DJ Scream?
I approach every party that I do kind of like a professional sporting game, you know what I'm saying? You know, I interact with the people via the microphone.
All the fucking if you graduate tomorrow, make some motherfucking noise right now. Listen, if you don't lose that college degree to make $1 million motherfucking make some noise.
Everything, just kind of see who's in there, what they came to do, what they celebrating, you feel what I'm saying? What type of crowd we got? Do we have some out-of-towners? Is everybody in here local? You know what I mean? And from there, man, I just go to hits, you know what I'm saying? It's very important, I think, as a DJ to play hits, but at the same time to put in that shot value of playing a record that might not be so predictable. It might be a classic throwback, you know what I'm saying? It might be anything, you feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. That's my game plan, you know what I'm saying? Just to kind of feel the people out, see where they at, see what type of people you're dealing with, you understand what I'm saying? Because that's real important when you are trying to rock a crowd. You got to know what you're dealing with. The radio is obviously a situation where you got a lot more kids listening. You might have some people that's really elder listening. It's not likely that you go into a club and you see a 7-year-old or a 70-year-old for that matter. So you know, the club is all about that demographic, those people, the college people or the people that's 21 and up that's drinking, that just came to party. In radio, you know, you might have to play that dance record that you might not play in the club for a certain type of crowd. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you just got to kind of broaden your horizons when you're on radio. And another thing about radio now is it's all on the internet, so everybody's listening from everywhere, you feel me? So it's kind of like you just have to put in your mindset that you're playing for the world, you know what I'm saying, and not just these 1,000 people in the club or even 10, 15,000 people for a concert. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in your mindset in radio that you're playing for the entire world, and that's how I approach that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a culture in different cities. Like if you go to Texas and New Orleans, they have their own culture. Like they listen to what's on the radio, but at the same time, like they have their own records that I've never heard in life and that you won't hear unless you go to New Orleans. You understand what I'm saying? Or Louisiana. Obviously, when you go out to Cali or the Bay, they got their whole culture. You know what I'm saying? And then when you come to Atlanta, like people are just now getting hip to Future. You know, Future's been God of Atlanta for like 2-3 years. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just important to go in and respect the city and respect their culture, and then do you as well. I remember my first obstacle. I told you when I first started, like I didn't have like Technics 1200s. I saved up for some like Pioneer pawn shop turntables, right? So here I am doing this house party, and one of my turntables, if you remember back then, they were belt drive turntables. So if your belt breaks, then that's the end of your turntable. So my belt breaks in the middle of the craziest house party of the summer. So here I am with one turntable and a mixer and vinyl. Now it's not Serato where you can, you know what I'm saying, manipulate the situation. It's one turntable, one mixer, and vinyl. Now this was the night of my career when I realized the importance of the mic, because I used to not talk on the mic. Like I would just DJ and then maybe there'd be a host or something. But at that time, I'm in a house party, everybody's just vibing, so I'm like, I don't need to talk on the mic. Man, I worked that mic that night, because between every record, you probably need about at least 10 to 20 seconds to get to the next record if you only got one turntable. And that's when I learned, that's the night I learned how to work a microphone. I said everything. I shouted out every hood, every birthday, every Zodiac, everything I could think of. Well, the girls with pink on it. That's why it's important as a DJ to also have a certain amount of talent as an MC, because you never know when you have technical difficulties and people don't like the music to stop. I'm somebody that came from actually doing parties first, small parties, and then going to college doing bigger parties and making my name on the college scene, and then coming back home to Atlanta where it was kind of saturated. It wasn't even the same Atlanta that I left to go to college. You know, and that's when I got into mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like that was my way of demonstrating my talent to the world. Like I could just do these mixtapes, and then I would literally take the mixtapes to every club in Buckhead, gave them to every DJ. I literally one CD at a time, and it just so happened that instead of me kind of going to beat down the door for club gigs, people just start like treating my mixtapes like it was a drug. Like, when you put on another mixtape, when you put on another mixtape, when you put on another mixtape. So I kind of just noticed that, and I stuck with it. And actually, it was a mixtape that got me my first tour opportunity. Everybody was like, actually, Montel Jordan's camp heard a mixtape, and they're like, we want you to come try out for this Montel Jordan tour because your mixtape is dope. So the mixtape for me was like my business card, and that was my way to get in and let people know who Scream was, and to give everybody my style. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, yo, check it out. It's DJ Scream, Hood Rich Maybach Music representative, and right now you're in tune to my life as a DJ, man. Party rocker. Salute. Yeah.